Welcome to the studio, where colors come alive, where miniature worlds and ancient tales thrive. Brush in hand, we paint what's been untold, legends of the past in hues so bold. In the depths of lore, we shape the unknown, angels and demons, old gods overthrown. With brain matter beige, our heroes shine bright, and miniature mythos, where dreams take flight. Exploring hidden lore, where tales ignite, painted models shining bright. Every color shared, every story sworn, and miniature mythos where legends are born. Every figure crafted, from orcs to vampires bite. We blend the lore, let stories take flight. We wash in the weird, the wondrous, the wild. In every painted stroke, where magic's compiled. Through realms unknown and mystical sights, our brush blends legends with epic fights. From shadowed myths to stars we trace, and miniature mythos we find. Welcome to the studio, where colors come alive, where miniature worlds and ancient tales thrive. Brush in hand, we paint what's been untold, legends of the past in hues so bold. In the depths of lore, we shape the unknown, angels and demons, old gods overthrown. With brain matter beige, our heroes shine bright, and miniature mythos where dreams take flight. Exploring hidden lore, where tales ignite, painted models shining bright. Every color shared, every story sworn, and miniature mythos where legends are born. Every figure crafted, from orcs to vampires bite. We blend the lore, let stories take flight. We wash in the weird, the wondrous, the wild. In every painted stroke, where magic's compiled. Through realms unknown and mystical sights, our brush blends legends with epic fights. From shadowed myths to stars we trace, and miniature mythos we find our place. Exploring hidden lore, where tales ignite, painted models shining bright. Every color shared, every story sworn, and miniature mythos where legends are born. From candles flicker to the screen's bright hue, we glaze through the fantastical view. Every layer of paint, every tale we weave, and miniature mythos wonders never leave. Join the quest through realms of light and shade. In the world we craft, where dreams are laid. With lore and brushwork, our palette expands, and miniature mythos where imagination stands. Exploring hidden lore, where tales ignite, painted models shining bright. Every color shared, every story sworn, and miniature mythos where legends are born. So grab your brush, let the legends unfold, and miniature mythos where magic's bold. With brain out of age and the worlds we frame, we paint the adventure where fantasies aflame. The legends are born.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Miniature Mythos. Good evening, everyone, or whatever time zone you're in, good whatever it is over there. I am Kristof, and this is Miniature Mythos. I'm sorry for just a bit of confusion just now. I hope everything is fixed right now, because after last week's stream, I decided to tweak my computer a bit, try a couple of settings out, see how I can optimize the working of my PC, and in doing that I have removed a couple of processes on the PC, or I at least just disabled them. And some of those processes are actually background processes for when I stream, or things that are in use when I stream. So I noticed when I hit go live that I got a lot of error messages and stuff saying like, hey, we're not getting any signal from stuff. So I was looking around the place trying to make everything work while in the countdown for the stream. So I hope everything is loud and clear now. You can hear me, you can see me, everything is working. Like, I think the chat's supposed to be here. Like, I hope everything is working out. Anyway, guys, welcome. It's Tuesday. Teleport, I can see you're already in here. Welcome back. How are you doing? I hope you're having a great start of the week, and you are looking forward to the rest of the week. I don't know about you guys, but do you celebrate the 1st of May? Well, do you celebrate the 1st of May? Is that a day to celebrate, or is it just like a national holiday? I don't know if it's an international holiday, actually. I don't know. I actually genuinely have no clue about the state that, you know, the 1st of May is in other countries. Anyway, it's a short week for all of us, or for the most of us here, because, yeah, like I said, we have a national holiday. On Thursday, most people bridge to the weekend, so they don't have a lot to do this week. But that doesn't mean that we're not going to stream a bit. So I have a couple of things that I wanted to be doing. First, today is going to be a pixel stream, and on Thursday I will be going back to my miniature painting. You know, the thing that I actually want to do on stream. No, I want to do everything on stream, but, you know, it's the thing I started with. Hey, Custard Sire, welcome in. How are you doing? I hope you can hear me. I hope you can see me. I hope everything works, because I told you I worked on my PC, and I noticed that not everything is actually working as it should be working. So, great. And I had some troubles booting it up. Not the PC, but the OBS and all that. And my mic and my camera and my stream deck. And being angry. Playing islets, chilling is good and necessary. Yes, chilling is good and is necessary. I don't notice anything fucky. I'll let you know. Thanks for keeping me in the know for the fuckiness. Anyway, like I said, today will be Pixel Tuesday. I will be working on some pixel art. I don't know how much progress we're gonna make, because I am still completely new at this whole pixel business. Most of you were here when I started doing some pixel art on stream. Basically, that's still the extent of my knowledge of pixel art. While I can make some rather impressive stuff already, according to you guys, it's all just very basic trial and error stuff. And I just want to keep on learning, keep on trying, see where we're going with this. And yeah, you know, maybe something comes out of it. So we'll shift over to the screen that we'll be looking at for the rest of the evening. I don't know how long I will stream. We'll see how much fun I'm having with it. So normally you'll now be seeing my Conan screen. If that's not the case. Hey, Invisible, welcome in. How are you doing? Hello. How is everything on your end of the planet? So weird. Yeah, you're on the other side of the planet. Screen works. Perfect. So, some of you might have already seen this, as I've posted it on my social media or in the Discord, but this is the Conan model that I've made. This is going to be the basis from which I will continue to work. A bit cold? Invisible, it's one of the... No, it is currently the hottest day of the year. Granted, we're only the 29th of April, but it's already like 25 degrees outside, Celsius. You know, Celsius, because we're civilized people and we use normal measurement systems. So yeah, it's really, really hot in here. I'm sweating my stuff off. So yeah, it's horrible. But we're in Europe. Yes, we're also in Europe, which, you know, 25 degrees is probably... No, 25 degrees in Europe is pretty... the other side of the world, as you said. Yeah, but that means you're going to winter at the moment. We're going to summer, and you're going to winter. Okay, yeah, never mind. Planets are weird, man. Planets are weird, like it's... How do you explain that, flat earthers? Really, if the Earth is flat, how can you explain the fact that seasons act like we're on a sphere? Anyway. Personally, Invisible, I like the weather to be a bit colder than it is a bit hotter, because I am a, let's say, naturally insulated person. I get hot very fast, and yeah, I tend to sweat a lot, which might be too much information, but yeah. That's why I prefer my planets flat, thank you. Look, if that's your preference, sure. You can do whatever you want with your planets. Well, where's your planet then? No, anyway. Oh, by the way, Invisible, it was you who asked about what I thought about Battletech, right? If it isn't, I'm sorry. Then I remember wrong. But if you can confirm or not, that would be great. Yep, okay. I told you that I was going to take a look at Battletech, and I actually did. And I must say, like, at first glance, it looks really cool. I mean, it's mechs fighting each other. Well, fighting each other. It's a miniature war game. I assume you're talking about the tabletop war game Battletech. And yeah, I really like the design of some of the miniatures that they have. Like, it looks really cool. I haven't had the chance to look at it in depth, but I can already see, like, a lot of customization options for most of these droids. Or mechs, basically. Like, especially painting schemes. Like, for example, I really like the Taw Empire, their mech suits. I really like that. I have never been a big viewer of Gundam, but I do like giant mechs. Like, I enjoy Evangelion and stuff like that. For the mechs, not for the story, because... yeah, I'm sure there is a story somewhere. So yeah. No, but it looks really cool. The one thing that I noticed, though, was when I was just doing a cursory lookup of Battletech, it was seemingly not a lot of variation in their mechs. But that could just be me not seeing more of it. So yeah, I'm actually intrigued by it. But mostly because I was thinking that the lore may interest you. Okay, I haven't checked out the lore. I mostly seen the miniatures, but if there's lore behind it, I will take a look at those as well. Like Space Game of Thrones. I like how Game of Thrones has turned into this this baseline of what we say, like, hey, this is a very complex, politically intriguing storyline. It's Game of Thrones. Almost to the point that it's a bit too complex and needlessly cruel, but, you know, that's what we liked in Game of Thrones. Okay, but I'll also check out the story of Battletech then by one of the next streams, and I'll let you know what I think about it. But from a cursory glance, color me intrigued. I am already intrigued by the whole mech vibe that they're having. It also reminded me a lot of the older Armored Core games. I don't know if any of you know those Armored Core games. It's basically Dark Souls, but with giant mechs. And you could customize those mechs as well. It was really cool. And yeah, it's the vibe of some of those mechs in Battletech remind me a lot of those from Armored Core. So there you go. Also Gundam, of course. Anyway, thank you for... Hey, my pleasure. I mean, I can't know everything. A lot of the time people think that I know a lot about most things, which isn't true. I know a lot about some things, but I can always learn more. And like, if any one of you just gives me a suggestion, like, hey, check this out. Like, we had a while back, we had a couple of people who were just like suggesting stories that I could read on the YouTube channel. And yeah, a lot of those turned out like really good suggestions, and I've actually read some of those in the meantime. So yeah, definitely always welcome with suggestions, and I will follow up on them because I'm interested, because it's a shared interest that led you to watch the channel. And if you can say like, hey, I'm interested in the same things you're interested in, but I've noticed that you haven't talked about this yet, or like, perhaps do you know this? 9 times out of 10, it's something that I would like as well. So yeah, you're always enriching me by suggesting stuff that you guys like. Basically that. Anyway, that was a very long-winded tangent, or way of saying no, thank you for suggesting it. Let's go back to Conan. So, I said before, my plan or my idea is to move away from AI art. Because there is a lot of reasons to move away from AI art. First of all, it's, you know, the origin, the data sets AI is trained on aren't always ethically gathered. It could be considered theft. The only reason why it isn't outright theft is because the judicial system, the laws surrounding it, are still a bit vague. Oh, it's an ad. Shit. Oh yeah, I can see it here. Okay, you should be back now. Or I hope you're back now. The ad is over according to my layover. I don't even know if that's correct. Like, I don't know if it says here that... I'm sorry, I was just ranting through the ad. No, but like I said, I want to... Hey everyone. Hey. I want to move away from using AI art in my images. Why? Because it's not always ethically sourced, basically. And a fancy cup of regrets. Welcome in. The fun thing with pixel art is that you can use it for crochet and embroidery. Super easy if anyone is interested in getting into fiber arts. Actually, Custard Sire is actually into embroidery, so she has made a couple of works already. And yeah, I've also made a small piece for her for one of our anniversaries together. So yeah, that's, I know, it's basically pixel art. It's really fun. And you can do a lot with it. Like, yeah, basically every image and every animated image that we've ever put on a screen is made of pixels. In the beginning, a lot of TVs were with pixels. Now it's digital and it's different, but yeah, it's still all pixely. The pixels are just so many and so tiny that you can't even see that they're pixels anymore. But yeah, I'm like, if I can kind of master this, if I can actually use this, make some assets to use in my audiobooks, then I can actually become AI free. And while some people might not care about that, some people do, and in the end we should care about that. I am not condemning AI as a tool for supporting people, but we've proven that as a species, as humans, we can't responsibly handle what AI can do, basically. Like, there is people who actually do these scams where they say like, hey, if you would just have like an AI write you a book, you can use an AI for the art, you can use an AI for publishing it, and it all goes on Audible, and you can just make like a passive income. And it's like, yeah. You could do that, but yeah. It's also worth remembering that AI is bad for the environment. It's no shame to use it, but it's worth being mindful. Yeah, that's the same thing as, like, be woke about it. Woke in the literal, not the literal sense, but the actual sense of the word, not the slur. Hey, Control Math Delete, welcome in as well. How are you doing? And Cups of Regrets, or Cup of Regrets. How are you doing, actually? I haven't asked yet. But yeah, if you're not aware, the cooling of servers in data centers has exponentially risen with the rise of AI. Now, that isn't to say that those data centers don't require normal cooling. Like, we have to nuance it. They're not making, well, they are now going to make new data centers, but everything that you use, every app, every bit of technology that is connected to the internet, that uses some service that is not located, anywhere, it is in a data center. So the fact that those data centers keep expanding and need more cooling is also because we're way more digital now than we were even 3 years or 5 years ago. So it's not just AI, but AI is a very big catalyst for it. So yeah, like you said, be mindful of it. You don't have to stop using it, but be mindful of it. It's I read using Google takes less than a fourth the energy of asking ChatGPT. Yeah, I've read that as well, but that's basically for finding a certain answer. People are asking Google, like, how do I make a cake? And then they ask the same thing to ChatGPT. That's just being dumb. Like, you can just ask Google, how do I make a cake, and find 200,000 pages with recipes to make a cake. Of course, ChatGPT gives you a recipe for a cake. Yeah, okay, but you didn't need fucking ChatGPT to make a fucking cake. Like, you could just watch any other Google results. So yeah. I have colleagues who use ChatGPT for everything. Yeah, well, that's the problem, and that's what I said earlier. Like, AI is a useful tool for backing people up to support you, but it's just, if you don't handle it responsibly, and humans have already proven that they can't handle stuff like that responsibly, then we're gonna fuck it up. And I think we're kind of doing that. But I need a 0-point energy supply. Everybody does, Hippocratic. Everybody does. Oh, by the way, I don't know if there is the chat visible on the screen now? Or isn't it? Because if it isn't, I should actually make the chat visible. There we go. Ah, shit. It's horrible. No chat visible. Let me just switch to just chatting so I can... Now, if I go to... Ah! It's the Matrix! Let's remove chat box. There we go. Okay, it's not great. There we go. Now you see. Now you have to see it. It's probably very small. Probably. But now you can actually see if Hippocratic Oath is actually saying something on YouTube and if I, you know, reply on him or them. I'm not gonna assume anything. I see Conan the Cultured Thug. Yes, that is true. Now I see Conan the Walloon and the tiny chat. Okay, very well. Tiny chat is all we need. But now you also know that on Twitch there is an entire mass of people just standing there. Like I said, I've been thinking, because I am quite creative when it comes to painting, when it comes to like building stuff, tinkering with stuff. But I'm not really good at drawing or making actual art. That's on me. What I can do is make pixel art. For some reason that works way better, and I can actually make something that looks like something. And I was thinking like, hey, if I can make... you can also make pixel art with Legos or beads. Yeah, absolutely. Basically everything that is just a unit of a fixed size, you can make anything with that. And of course you need all the colors. And I was like, if I make assets, I can use those assets to make scenes, like give people different poses, put them in scenes, make my own art, quote unquote, and we're golden. And then I noticed a while back that if you have Aseprite, you can actually animate those things. And I'm like, okay, maybe I don't have to use static poses, I can do something more with that. So that's why I started experimenting with pixel art. And yeah, that's what I'm going for. AI has your back. You can draw like Diego Velázquez. I don't know who Diego Velázquez is. I'm going to quickly look him up. I've heard of him. Yes, indeed. We've talked about Diego Velázquez before. Velázquez is a cool dude. Yeah, Mythos Animation Studios. Yeah, true. He likes midgets and dwarves, which cracks me up. Well, I guess to each his own. Look, a man can like midgets. Midgets is not really the right term. The man can like small people all he wants. I'm not gonna put that against him. He's a good artist, like, sure. But yeah, I've put like this dude together, and maybe as you can see down here, little people is the correct term, I believe. Okay, thank you, Fancy Cups. I'm gonna call you Fancy Cups, but it's just a fancy cup of regrets. It's multiple regrets for one cup. Why not multiple cups for only one regret? don't answer that. As you can see, I have made this beautiful dude. I was like 13 and on Tumblr. Yeah, that explains it. That explains everything. It's okay. And I've turned it, as you can see it in the bottom left, I have turned it into 4 different pieces. I have the head, I have the arms, the body, and the legs. I can actually turn these off at will, so I can turn his head off. I can turn his arms. No, that's his body that I turned off. I can turn his arms off. I can turn his legs off. Why did I do that? Because, fancy a cup of coffee while we're at it? Yeah, sure. Thank you. Because when I'm going to make multiple frames, there are some aspects that I will have to repeat. And having only pieces of the body there, I can focus on what I have to change on that part of the body without having to redraw everything around it, because these layers are also stacked on top of each other. Like you can't see it now because, yeah. But yeah, I hope I can actually just, you know, take the legs, animate those, and then just see how we go about doing the legs, and then after the legs we're just like, okay, and now we're gonna match the arms to that, and the bobbing of the head will also do that. Same with the body, like he's still breathing, he's turning his body as he walks, stuff like that. I don't know if that's actually going to work, but hey, we're here to fuck around and find out. You have a beautiful Baroque masterpiece and a random little person appears from nowhere. Nobody asks. Nobody should ask. Like, that's perfectly normal. Like, if you're walking down the street and certainly a little person appears, you're not gonna be like, the fuck's that little person doing here? No, they can be there. Terrible, truly, but were you truly an angsty teen if you didn't have a super holoc Tumblr? I didn't have Tumblr. Look at me, I'm an old dude. I didn't know Tumblr existed until I was a man, and then I was awkward in other ways. Now, I'm gonna show you guys this Conan. We have what I've made this week, just because I had fun. Drinking, beef bone chewing, wenching. I don't think I can do the wenching part. And head chopping gif. I'm gonna write that down. Just give me a second. My girlfriend put a writing pad here, and now that writing pad is gone, now that I want to use it. Yeah, that sucks. Did she perhaps put it in my... Yes, she put it in here. Right. In your lade. Thank you. So, we have drinking. I'm also thinking of one where he's roaring. Like going in a berserker rage, roaring. You even showed me. I was probably thinking of something else at the moment. Because I'm a dumbass. Time to start Conan's side-scrolling adventure. Absolutely. Roaring is part of the wenching and the head chopping. Yeah, true. But as you can see, like, this is the Conan that we have, and now you can see in the bottom left, there is all these extra frames. So you have the different layers that I showed you earlier, like with the arms, body, background, because I can just turn the background off. You can see that I've put stuff in here that shouldn't be in this layer, but that's why we're learning. And you can see subtle changes per frame. Like, in this one, the only thing that's changing for the first 5, it's just the scorpion crawling into the screen. And then, take a look at Conan's chest. You can see that he starts to inhale, I guess. So first the part of his chest sags, then the rest of his chest sags. His head sags because, you know, everything is like connected. And then his arms sag. He stays like this for a couple of more frames. I'm still going through frames. That scorpion is just minding its own fucking business. And then you see he's starting to inhale again, going from the chest. His belly follows, his head follows, and his arms follow up as well. And we're back in the starting position. Now, if you play this out, it has like this rather smooth movement. And the thing is that you could ask me like, okay, if you want to drop everything if you just want to show him like in a breathing motion. Yeah, it's just a train of scorpions going by. If you just let this play, it's like there's something going on for the scorpions down there, and Conan's like, the fuck is happening here? Like, okay. That's probably why while he's like taking pause for a second, he's like, okay, I guess. That's of course the problem with a loop is, yeah, it's there. But you could ask like, okay, if you just wanna, scorpions are herd animals, possibly. You could ask like if you can just breathe, why don't you just do everything in one frame? Like drop his chest, drop his arms, drop his head, because then you are just like moving up and down like a piston, and that would look really unnatural. Of course, if you look like this, you already look rather unnatural because you're more meat than man. But you know, that's the reality of being a barbarian, I guess. But if you do that in different frames, you get like this wave motion, which is way smoother than when you do it all in one go. You can also see, just take a look at the tip of his hair. Like the moment that he drops his head, one piece of his hair stays where it's at. And then in the next frame, it also drops. Why? Because if you take a look at the little preview here, it gives his hair like a fluid, non-stationary feeling as well. Like, I don't know if we're gonna do it when he walks, but I do think that when he starts to run, his hair will be wavy and billowing behind him and stuff like that. So that's something that we're gonna have to take into account. Now, that's this animation, which is just an idle animation. It's just Conan standing there. My coffee arrived. Hey, thank you. Ah, this coffee is hot. Cheers, everyone. It's like your character in the wait room in Fortnite or Call of Duty, or just a character select screen. Like the moment that you select him, he will stop being grayed out, and he will start standing there staring at scorpions passing by. And you're like, yeah, this dude looks buff, and you're just gonna go with that. Also, invisible. You said blinked. This dude doesn't blink. Maybe I should put like a blink in there for some fucking reason. That would be great. Like, if I can just, let me see. I'm gonna take this color. It's at that color. Have to be on his head. It's not that color. It's... I'm gonna make him blink for like 2 frames. Let's see how that looks. Now he's blinking. There we go. So yeah, it's even better now. I'm gonna save that. There we go. Anyone want to bring me coffee? I'm sure we can find someone to bring you coffee, Fancy. So he winks or smirks. Yeah. At the moment, I don't know. It's a rather, let's say, neutral expression that he has. But we're going to move further and actually go to trying to animate some movement in this dude. Now, I've put everything next to each other just to see how we can do that. Now, for walking, and I want to emphasize, this is something that I didn't come up with. Walking was invented way before my time. But also the animation of walking, I have looked at videos how to do this, because thinking about how a person walks is one thing, and then realizing how it actually works is another. So if you have a person, and I'm going to put this one there. If you have a person with a head, art, and his body, and you have the front leg and the front arm, then you have the back leg and the back arm. Perfect rendition of a human being. So let's say this is how Conan stands at the moment. The next frame, he will start moving his 1 foot forward. Yeah, of course I have to do it like this, because he wants to start moving. And then stretch that foot outward while this is still there. Also, he will have moved a bit forward, so this is gonna look more like that. This doesn't make any sense to anyone, so I'm going to change it up. Yeah, the scorpion is an excellent addition. Yeah, see, I showed her the image without the scorpion, and she was like, needs a scorpion. I was like, sure. Put in another hour of work and it had a scorpion. It's like, scorpion was more effort than the whole Conan thing. It's amazing. If you're doing animation, you can do 2 ways of animating. Either you're working linear, or you're working... I don't fucking know how it's called, but let's say it's non-linear. Linear is that you just make the next frame in your animation. You start from point A, you want to go to point B, and you go from A to Z, and you just go B, C, D, E, F, G, H, etc. until you're at Z. Or you work with keyframes. Keyframes means that within your animation, you can determine that there are a couple of key frames that your character has to show in their animation. And then you fill in the gaps between those keyframe animations. Those keyframes with animations. That's what I meant. So, for example, when you're walking, there are apparently 3 keyframes. And I'm going to show you which one by drawing them. First is... I have to show it like this. Front foot... No. Yeah, front foot to the back. I'm just gonna do it like this so you can actually see how it looks. Basically like that. Then the second keyframe is when you're at your height, your largest, basically. And then the final keyframe of a walk cycle is... Nope. I'm new at this, guys, so please bear with me. It's basically the reverse of what you've done in the beginning. Again, I'm not a fucking scientist or an animator, so hear me out. The chat hides the last bit of the frame. Okay, then I can just do this. There we go. Thank you for pointing that out. So, yeah. Basically what you're doing is, if this is your front leg, you bring your front leg up, and then it will become your, let's say, prominent leg here. And then you basically repeat it, but inversed. What happens here is you also, like, because your legs are at an angle, the moment that you go from this keyframe to this one, you stretch your leg, and the entire length of your leg is here under your body instead of split like in the first frame. Then you have to hide my prominent leg. I'm not gonna touch your prominent leg, I'm just sorry. So what you see is that, I'm gonna show it with a line, I'm gonna make this line green, is that basically the center of the head rises a bit and then goes back down again. So in a normal flow, you will have like this wave line where a head is moving, of course. Everyone knows that you have a head bob as you walk past. Now, if I were to animate this, if I would make this frame for Conan, this frame for Conan, and that frame for Conan, he's gonna have a rather bumpy ride. It's gonna look like he's walking, but it's going to be it's not going to be enough. So what you're actually going to do is, because we're working with keyframes, is we're also going to make frames in between, where we're already, you know, bringing legs forward again. I'm just, you know, interpreting. I don't know yet how it's gonna look. Not like this, because this looks weird. So basically, because we're going to be making a frame between this state and that state, this will look way more smooth, I hope. That's the theory. And we're gonna, of course, do the same here, is just also make like another frame, like this. Right, puts that down, and this hand is only here, and that's there. So basically, this is what we're going to try and create. Because if you were to flip through this, you would have a normal succession of frames. Like, that will look smoother than if I were to only make it 3 frames. If you want it more smooth, you have to make more frames. Basically, that's it. But I think, for now, if we're making 5 frames, well, I'm gonna be happy. And there's an ad going on. Shit. The stick figure doesn't have any delts. He can't rock his shoulders. Yeah, okay. I mean, the stick figure is like, it's gonna look like this. Okay, we're gonna now he's looking tougher. There we go. So with this incredibly buff stick figure, that's what we're actually going to try and do with our Conan here. So you can actually see that my Conan here, and I'm gonna just make a new layer so that I'm not just painting on top of him. You can see that his first leg is already here. Damn, stick chop was... Yeah, absolutely. So his first leg is already here, and his second leg is there. That means that we're starting basically in this position. Like if we want to start moving, he will have to bring this leg forward. So the first one is going to be something like this, where he starts to pick up his leg so he can bend it forward. So he can start to stretch it. And he stretched it. Basically, that's going to be what we have to do with this leg. Gonna remove this layer again, because it's ugly. Yeah, let's try that out, shall we? So I'm going to make a new frame. And normally everything is the same in this frame. I'm also going to onion. Oh, wait, I have to make an empty frame. So if I'm going to onion. Hey, Matt Panda, how are you doing? How have you been? Welcome in. What's the problem, Fancy Cup? Now, onion skins are like ogres. No, ogres are like onions. I'm sorry for that incredibly old joke. Yes, Shrek is an old movie. What onion skinning does is basically it shows you the couple of frames before your current frame, and it shows you the frames following your current frame. So you can actually show how your frames relate to one another. How am I? I'm doing pretty good. It's really hot here in Belgium, and yeah, we're not pretty. We're not adapted to that. So yeah, doing some brain dead farming. What game are you farming in? I mean, I assume it's a game you're farming in, and not just, yeah, I'm just, you know, harvesting my cabbages. My cabbages. So, first thing we have to do is change this leg, basically. Ragnarok Online. I have no experience with Ragnarok Online. Basically. So, a 25-year-old Korean MMO. Oh boy. It's almost as old as I am. So I will just try to like bring this leg forward a bit, because it doesn't have to be this far back. Yeah. If I can just move this up already. No. Make this clear. I don't need that anymore. If I can just do it like this. I'll move it 2 frames ahead. Yeah, that's the thing as well. Like I can turn everything else off if I want, and I was working on the wrong. See, this is why layers are fun, because I noticed that I was working on the head layer on my legs, which is a very dumb thing to do. So I'm going to erase this now, so it's no longer on my head layer. Erase this, damn it. Am I in the right? So I'm gonna go to my leg, and I'll try this again. Now, what happens when you bring your leg forward? You start to lift your leg, I assume. So we're gonna do something like that. This I'm gonna just keep for the outline. It's gonna be a very tiny foot. Again, unless Conan is doing the moonwalk. Well, it'll probably look like he's doing the moonwalk in the beginning. His leather boots have a trail of blood, of foes, and tears of widows. Yeah, but I think that's a bit hard to animate, so I'm probably gonna leave the tears and widows just as they are for now, if that's okay. This looks fucking weird. Well, we're gonna try this out. First, we're gonna do some outlines. We're just gonna do some simple outlines, and then we'll see where it goes. I think I can actually bring this forward a bit more. Didn't even know you were streaming on other days than Thursdays. Normally I don't. Normally I don't, but I was like, yeah, maybe I should just do some more stuff with the pixels again, because I really like doing those streams. And who knows, maybe I get something out of it. Okay, so now we have this, and as you can see, all the rest is moving out of the way as well. So we're just going to... what's the purpose of this pixel art? Making pixels. That's it. No, the purpose is basically I want to be able to move away from AI. I'm going to be using this pixel art in the... audiobooks that I make, just to be able to animate them like that, instead of, you know, using the AI art. I want to see if I can actually make some animations to use in the audiobooks as a way to fill up the video, instead of, you know, just putting AI images in there. Like I said earlier, I am personally not completely opposed to AI, but I do realize that there are a lot of problems with AI. So, yeah. Some mean people bullied you away from AI. I'm not... You know what? I'm not gonna deny that I got a lot of complaints about the fact that I do use AI in my videos. But yeah, it's not like they bullied me away from it. I still have my my own opinion, you know. He's making a cell phone MMO to replace a 25-year-old's Korean MMO. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Like, who plays a 25-year-old's Korean MMO? I mean, no, that shit has to stop immediately. I'm going to put the kibosh on that. Yeah, I'm also just experimenting, because I always like learning about new skills, you know? So, it's kind of fun. Like, just look at his leggies. Look at these leggies. It already starts to look like a movement. Now, if I, you know, just copy and paste, like, his head and legs on this. You can all... Of course, you have to be able to see everything. You can already see, like... You can see nothing. What the fuck's going on here? Why are his legs just disappearing? What did I do? I did something wrong! Ah! Yeah, I did something wrong here. What the fuck? I'm sorry I'm cursing, but apparently I'm cursing. Okay, so... You can already see that... yeah. just return! Undo! You did, but I don't know what... Yeah, that's exactly my problem. I don't know what he's doing. It's a good game and I found some good friends there, so that's basically the only reason I play. Mad Panda, that is the only reason you need to play a game. If you're having fun and if you know, have something there, it's perfect. Enjoy it. The real refines are the friendships we refine along the way. I am sure that's a reference to the game, but... So, now we're moving to the next piece, and that would be basically the second one. But, you know, turned around. Like, words. No, what I mean is, like, the foot that you see here, this placement, should now be the back foot already. I think. So actually, if I would just, you know, copy and paste this. Why do I do that to the body? No, that's not what I wanted. What the fuck am I doing even? I'm horrible at this. It's this I need. If I can just copy and paste this and just say, like, no, it's actually... Not making a moonwalk is a big mistake. Yeah. Probably. Like, take this leg, for example. And put it just a bit more here. Okay. You're gonna see some amazing editing skills here, guys. And now take this foot and we'll just place it there. Yeah, okay, that's great. No, we're gonna... Move that there. And if I can just change this here. Remove this a bit. Bear with me, guys. I have no idea what I'm doing. The fact that I'm also just, you know, working with black and whites is probably not helping. But it's a proof of concept, you know? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna put the rest of his body on top of it as well, because... Okay. Hey. Well, it looks like something already. And then we basically end with this leg for the back leg. Fill the back leg temporarily. That might actually be a good idea. So we're going to just fill it up. How is there a hole here? Oh, it's in the head fucking space that I'm doing it again. Ugh. Okay, let's fill up the back leg. I might not do it entirely black. I'm gonna do it in this color. So we're going to... It's a good idea. I'm also going to put like an estimation of his loincloth here. Just so we have that. And then we know that this leg is, you know, actually going this way because a leg just doesn't stop, you know, here. Okay, we're getting better. We're getting better at this. Like this is already looking pretty okay, to be honest. This first one. He's like jerking his leg up. He's doing a bit of cancan. Okay. Next one. Well, now we actually know that his leg starts here. We can actually change that up already, so his legs look less spindly. We're also gonna put like a knee crease in there. For those who have seen my previous Pixel streams, you know this is just a process of trial and error, guys. And we're gonna do the fucking loincloth thing again. Oh, shit. I'm gonna fill his front leg as well, just so I have some reference here. Yeah, it's trust the process. It's like most of the things, trust the process. I'm also here to learn about this. And we'll see how it goes. Like, I already know, like, this is a problem here, but... Of course, gotta make sure that everything is sealed up first. And we're gonna do it like that. This is his loincloth. And this is the back leg. I'm gonna put this here. Just maybe use the same color. That's not the same color. What color did I use? This color. Look at how smooth that is. Oh boy. Yeah, there is looks like he's wearing nylon tights. Yeah, I mean, sure, why the fuck not? I mean, he's a barbarian. What are you gonna do? Argue with him? Like, you'll also see that the moment that I start filling this in according to the colors that I already have, this will also look way better already. Like, this foot shouldn't be flat because you don't put your foot flat there. What you do is you... Why can't I erase this? Because I'm still in this modus, yes. You would like have your foot like raised. I also think this foot is already a bit too much to the front. Like, it should actually be... here. I feel. Why do I keep using the wrong colors? I'm just messing around, guys. Like I said, I am not a professional pixel artist. I will never claim I am, because look at this shit. No, not gonna lie, this actually looks kind of what it has to become. So if I would just already, like, take this, because this isn't gonna change in any of the frames. Remove these. I'm just gonna change frame, put that there, put that there, and put that there. Can you maybe open a tangent here? Yeah, go ahead. Like, if I can open tangents, everyone can. What happened here? No, go away. What the fuck is this? Okay. You know about the Henderson scale? No, I don't. Okay, I'm trying out something a bunch of Asian friends recommended to me. Instant ramen with cheese on it. Cheese on ramen? I don't know about that. Dude, okay. Is it good? Is it good? I don't know. I saw your face thinking about that for a second. That was literally me. I think it's a pretty healthy reaction to, you know, the whole ramen with cheese, you know? Okay, so we copied everything again, and we're going to move out, I guess? Yeah, but YOLO, I guess? Old Man Henderson rings no bell. Oh, Jesus. I have to look everything up. Old Man Henderson? Henderson. That... Okay. Okay. I haven't seen anything major yet. Let's just say that. I've only seen art. I mean, you don't really know if the cheese noodles work until you try it. That's also true. But okay, but Invisible... Elaborate. What is Old Man Henderson, or why is it important? Why should I care? In the meantime, I'm going to be, you know, trying this shit out some more. You were saying last stream, like, it's really hard to win in Call of Cthulhu. Yeah, that's true. And that made me remember of Henderson. It's an RPG thing, right? Apparently it is. So, yeah, you guys are way better in the know than I am. Back. Where is it open, though? It's not open. Why oh yeah, of course it's open because these are on a different layer. Shit, yeah. Old Man Henderson was a playing character made out of the spite of bad game masters. Okay. Tangent. Remote viewer Ingo Swan saw active cities on the dark side of the moon. Swan helped write the government RV remote viewing training guide. A Nordic alien saw him and told him, get the fuck out. Remote viewing is fun. Actually, this is a pretty okay proportion, to be honest. Like, if I can... I can make this work. There's something wrong here. Look at him run! Okay, first of all, I'm gonna... Doesn't look bad, to be honest. Okay. Tangent, remote viewer, Ingo Swan. Okay, first of all, Hippocratic Oath. Remote viewing, pretty weird. Like, I watch a lot of podcasts, or I listen to a lot of podcasts that go over stuff like remote viewing and conspiracy theories, aliens, cryptids, all that thing. Remote viewing is interesting. The fact that he saw a Nordic alien or a tall white, like, no, tall whites and Nordics are still different, but it's kind of cringy that they've named aliens like that, you know. Slurping the ramen noodles together with the molten cheese out of the broth is actually really good. 7.5 out of 10 as a struggle meal. Okay. So, you wouldn't mind it as a last resort, but you wouldn't eat it, like, every day if you're struggling. Like, after a while, it'll probably, you know, backfire at a certain point. You know what? I'm just gonna... The problem is that I started from a stance that wasn't completely what I wanted it to be. Because now I have to just change it around. Actually, yeah, I just have to change it around. It's just this one again. Basically. Give me a second, guys. I am trying something out. Is it gonna work? Nope, that's not what I wanted. It's this that I wanted. So basically, this campaign of Call of Cthulhu became legendary for how it turned out. Old Man Henderson was the ultimate character that actually won the game. Jesus. Yeah, of course, if you're like made up out of old people who play the game and you know, if you're just made out of things to win the game, it's not hard to win the game, I guess. I wouldn't want to survive on it, but as a quick meal when you don't have much time or are low on cash, it's okay. We're all going for it's okay. Okay, so this is going to be the leg now, the front leg. So we're gonna change that up. Like we're bricolering here like no tomorrow, eh? For those who were just whiplashed by what I said, don't worry. I'm just gonna do something like this. And fuck it up. Shit, I'm back in the head. Ah! Why do I keep doing this? Hey, Wade. I remember how to say your name. Wade. How are you doing? Welcome in. Yeah, it's been a long time. Mostly because I haven't been streaming that much, so don't worry. It's not you, it's me. And I'm basically just fucking around. It was transcribed on forums, and it was so crazy that the Henderson scale became a tool for measuring how derailed a campaign is going. Holy hell. Okay, that's pretty cool, actually. It was not metagaming, it was just tomfoolery. Yeah, I'm sure it was. Gonna quickly fill this foot in. For those who are just joining and are wondering what kind of abomination I'm making, yes. It's just, like I said, proof of concept. We are working up to an actual animation here, guys. Yes. Yeah. Matt Panda, where's the lie? Where's the lie? I mean, that's just, yes. You're good. How have you been? Well, I don't know if you've seen any of the posts on the page. If you haven't, well then my dad recently passed away, so I have been away for a while because of that. So that wasn't too great. But yeah, everything is, you know, falling back into its place, and I'm getting better. It's still tough, but I'm getting better. I've been busy too lately. Yeah, everyone's been busy. I mean, that's okay. So, yeah, it's everywhere. Everything is busy. We're all having to struggle. And I hate that for everyone. It's not like, yeah, we're all having to struggle. No, I hate it that everyone has to struggle with how busy it is. Wasn't too great. I know. Shut up. If there's one thing I learned from my parents is that your creation doesn't have to be beautiful to love it. Congratulations. You played yourself. Or your parents played you. They basically said, son, you might be ugly, but we still love you. And I know that's the joke, but... I'm gonna duplicate this one. And I'm going to shift this all the way over here. Wait, did I do it right? Yes. Because this is gonna be the back one. So we're going to change this up. Again, bear with me, guys. And gals. At least they loved you. Jesus. Kids, could you lighten up a bit? It's gonna be more like this, actually. So... Self-deprecating humor is the best kind of humor. Yeah, it is. Until it's too much. I don't know what I'm actually doing with these legs, man. This is weird. Like, what the fuck is this? Oh my god. This has to be way back, but I'm gonna do it like that. For a second. Elephant foot. Yeah, it's... After a while, you just see wobbly bits. Yeah, it's amazing how much wobbly bits I'm seeing, but it's getting better. Like, every time I change something, you can actually see it move in the right direction. So, let's keep hope. And we're getting there. We're getting there. So, like, I'm not happy with the distance that this frame actually, like, moves. This is pretty subtle. Like, this is the beginning of a movement, and then it suddenly, like, jumps, and then it's only a bit. Okay, you know what? I'm first going to finish up all the frames for one loop of movement. At least. So that means... I think... that's this one, so I need this one now. No, it looks good so far. I assume it'll be smaller in a corner of the screen or so, so after downsizing it to the original size, it may look... Yeah, like if you see it here... No, this is a bit too small, but it'll only be like this size. Or maybe this size. So if you look at that, like, it doesn't need a lot of change anymore. Well, it does, but, you know, like... Also, I would probably have to, like, duplicate every frame just to make it less quick. Also, the rest of its body is gonna move as well. Like, it's gonna, like, swing his arms to make a natural-looking movement. But we're first going over the entire cycle for his feet. And here we're gonna have to do the same thing, so let's just put that back there. Do something stupid like this. Yes, sure. Let's do that. Just gonna... What's all this then? We don't need this. Oh, poppycock. I don't know why I'm doing that accent, but I am using a mouse at the moment. I do have a pen, but I can't work that well with it yet. So, yeah. That's why I'm fucking around with a mouse. But I'll try the pen out a bit more while I'm off stream, and then I'll probably be able to pick it up while I'm on stream as well. Yeah, we're almost there, actually. Like... Bonk! Yeah, but actually, that's basically it. I mean... It's like he's walking with a limp. There's one more frame that I need in between this and the final one, I think. Let me see. Is that correct? No, I already have way too much frames. No, I don't. I need 10 in total, apparently. No, I need 9. No, I need actually one more frame. Yeah, I need one more frame, and then I'm actually there. What frame do I need, then? Oh, yeah, this one, of course. Okay. Okay, let's see if I can actually take this one out. Put that one there. Do something like this. Something like that. I'm saying a lot like something like this and that. That is because it's never gonna be just like that. Actually, this frame should be out of it now, so I'm going to try and see if I can hide the frame. Maybe you can end it in the frame nearest to the idle. Yeah. Right before it. Yeah, I'm going to... I'm actually going to use... I'm gonna group these. Set loop section. So that's the loop. I'm going to try and see... Oh, Jesus, guys, look at that! He's fucking walking! He's walking! That looks so fucking dumb. But yeah, that's basically it. That's basically what we need. It looks really dumb, but if I start cleaning this up, I'm actually there. It's so fucking dumb. It's alive! You know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to duplicate every frame first. Just... to have the loop go a bit slower. Yeah. That might be a bit too slow. But yeah, that's basically what it's gotta be, right? I'm sorry, I'm just enamored by this. It looks so weird. Okay, basically what I'm gonna do now, and I don't know if I'm gonna do it on stream or off stream, is I am going to clean up his legs, basically. Which means that I'm just going to take my coloring of this, and I'm going to put it on these legs, make sure that they look a bit more human instead of just the different colored ones. And I'm gonna, you know, figure out if I can, while doing that, just optimize the process a bit more. Because obviously what I've been doing now is just throw shit at the wall and see what sticks. Which, you know, it kind of worked. So, but yeah, I'm going to be cleaning it up. I'm going to put some art on there, and then we'll have a static body just scooting over like it's a Flintstones cartoon. Just doing that. Which, it looks funny, but it's not the greatest look. Like, it's gonna need like movement of its head. Like I said, actually in this frame he has to be a bit higher than he is in the other frames. Basically, I can already do that. Like, if I just take like everything else in these frames. So if I just remove the legs and then go to body, select this, or actually select... Fucking hell, Kristof, what the fuck are you doing? If I select this and I will just move it up one. Okay, that's just the body. Arms and head, and if I do it for this frame as well, I think it has to be this frame. Why is the head lifted up while... I don't know what I'm doing, guys. Just gonna leave it as is. Do it backwards and he's doing the moonwalk. Shit. Moving my chest. He actually is. He actually is. Look at them go. That's so stupid. But yeah, like I said, normally in these two frames, so in 12 and 13, he has to be a bit higher up. I'm gonna try and do that. So here and here. Same with the arms. Has to be up here as well. Arm has to be up here as well. And the head has to be up there as well. And here as well. So you get... Okay, I know his body is like fucking floating here. But... Oh yeah, it doesn't only have to be there, it also has to be... Stay there, head. In this one. In these two. So I'm just gonna quickly, you know, do that just so I'm starting to get a couple things down now, and I want to Okay, so if we're just having the loop now. It's like his torso is just like... But look, just by... Like his arms are splitting, I love it. Dum da dum da dum da 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 dum. Like, know what I mean? Yeah, I cut those arms, I know. Sue me. This is probably how Robert D. Howard imagined Conan moving. He always described a cat-like movement. Yeah, but he needs a cat-like movement, like, just... Yeah, but just with the fact that the legs are moving, and halfway through the movement, he lifts up a bit. Yeah, I think... Love how his belt hops. Yeah, his belt hops at a certain point. I don't know what went wrong there, but I'll figure it out as I go back in. Like, his belt hops, his hand detaches at a certain point. It's weird. It'll be fine. Look at that. I can just keep looking at this. This thing is a piece of beauty, guys. So happy that you're all here with me to share this birth of an abomination. Animation, yes. As long as you won't end up like Disney's 7 CGI abomination. Yeah. Yeah. Like the dwarfs are... It was weird because they could have actually like hired 7 actors who were little people. But they decided to hire 1 actor who was a little person. And yeah, yeah. In the mini preview, it doesn't look too bad. Yeah, that's the whole thing. Like, most of it you have to see in the mini preview, because being this close to it, nah, that looks weird. Like, the moment that you get too close to pixel art, you're like, what does this even look like? Like, look at this face. While here, it's still a face. Like, the fact that it's zoomed out gives the shading its subtleties. Yeah, like this shoulder muscle, you're like, okay, what's happening here? But if you look here, it's actually pretty good looking, and it actually looks like a muscled arm. It's an abomination. Yes, an abomination animation. You've heard it here first, people. And there is another ad break coming in, but I'm gonna snooze it. I hope I can still snooze it later, but I think I'm going to, you know, wrap it up already. I'd shice myself if he comes at me like that. Yeah, if you see Conan the Barbarian fully, you know, textured from the waist up, but like two-toned color and spindly legs on the bottom, I'd shit myself as well. first of all. And when he's going and he, at certain intervals, just splits, I'll be scared as well. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that's gonna, you know, haunt my dreams. But, yeah. That was the style in high school. The underwear label peeks over the belt. It's okay. If you see me from afar, you'd also think I'm good looking. Yeah, what do they say? Schone van ver, ver van schoon. Beautiful from afar, but far from beautiful. Basically, that's it. Or in the words of 40k, not abominable intelligence, but abominable animation. It's a AA. Yeah, true. Nightmare fuel. Yeah, but guys and gals, thank you for being here. It's a bit of a shorter stream, but that's because I'm also getting a bit tired. And actually, I like to, you know, end on a win. This feels like a win already. Like I said, the next part is just me trying to get the textures on there, and that's something I usually do just like when I'm watching a documentary, just like painting it in. That doesn't look good. Okay, I'm gonna try something else. I'm just gonna, you know, fuck around with it. So I'm probably gonna show you guys the result of that next stream. That will be next Tuesday, not next Thursday, or coming Thursday. And then we're gonna see how we can actually make more of the animations smoothed out, like that Bob. Let's see if we can actually make his torso turn a bit while he's walking, just to make everything look more smooth. I like to give him a bit of a swagger. I mean, it's Conan, he's muscly, he swaggers, I feel. So, thank you all for being here. It's really appreciated that you're all here, that you are supportive, that you are so active in the chat. Everything that you do, just being here helps me out. It's really fun to have all the conversations going, the jokes, the references, the tangents. I love it. Thank you all for being here. And I hope you all have a good night. Teleport, Fancy Cup of Regrets, Matt Panda, Invisible, Hippocratic Oath, Custard Sire. I'm probably forgetting people. Control Math Delete. And everyone else who has been here. Wade, you've been here as well. So thank you all for being here. And everyone who is just lurking. It's perfectly fine to just watch the stream and not chat. That's perfectly fine as well. Guys, next Thursday, so the day after tomorrow, FBI agents, yeah, sure, if you want to wiretap this, go ahead. On the Thursday, we'll be going back to painting miniatures. I'm not decided yet if I'm going to be painting one from the Elden Ring board game or from the Call of Cthulhu board game. I'm gonna take a look at the miniatures that I have and just decide when Thursday comes. I will announce it at some point on the Discord or the social media what I'm going to be painting, but we'll see what happens. But it will definitely be miniature painting that I'll be doing on Thursday. So, have a good night. Hope to see you on Thursday or maybe next week on Tuesday. And yeah, be safe. Have fun. Good night. And I'll see you guys next time. This was Miniature Mythos. I am Kristof. Bye bye.
Welcome to the studio where colors come alive, where miniature worlds and ancient tales thrive. Brush in hand, we paint what's been untold, legends of the past in hues so bold. In the depths of lore, we shade the unknown, angels and demons, old gods overthrown. With brain matter beige, our heroes shine bright at miniature mythos, where dreams take flight, exploring hidden lore, where tales ignite. Painted models shining bright, every color shared, every story sworn, at miniature mythos where legends are born. Every figure crafted, from orcs to vampires bite, we blend the lore, let stories take flight. We wash in the weird, the wondrous, the wild, in every painted stroke where magic's compiled. Through realms unknown and mystical sights, our brush blends legends with epic fights. From shadowed myths to stars we trace, at miniature mythos we find our place, exploring hidden lore where tales ignite. Painted models shining bright, every color shared, every story sworn, at miniature mythos where legends are born. From candles flicker to the screen's bright hue, we glaze through the fantastical view. Every layer of paint, every tale we weave, at miniature mythos wonders never leave. Join the quest through realms of light and shade. In the world we craft, where dreams are laid. With lore and brushwork, our palette expands, at miniature mythos where imagination stands. Exploring hidden lore, where tales ignite. Painted models shining bright, every color shared, every story sworn, at miniature mythos where legends are born. So grab your brush, let legends unfold,